condemn white supremacy and white nationalism?
I mean, who are you with? It's Washington Post. All right, so potato, okay.
Right.
Of course, I condemn any form of vicious racial discrimination in this country. But I think that the presumption of your question is fundamentally based on a falsehood that really is the main form of racial discrimination we see in this country today. Institutionalized racism is institutionalized racial discrimination that we see that doesn't come from somehow discriminating against people on the basis of some tenet of white supremacy. It's based on affirmative action. It's based on actually discriminating against people on the color of their skin in a way that's actually institutionalized today. Was there a point in our history, at points in our prior national history, where there have been vicious forms of anti-black or anti-brown discrimination throughout this country after the Civil War and otherwise? Yes. But you're looking in the rearview mirror and using that to pose a question today that is so far removed from what the reality is in America today. This myth of white supremacy, the closest you can find is Jussie Smollett, where you all were actually, speaking of trust in the media, jumping up and down over some false narrative. The best way you're able to find your best instance of white supremacy was a guy who was actually paying his other fellow people to be actually staging something that didn't happen.
Facts.
And so stop picking on this farce of some figment that exists at some infinitesimally small fringe of the American public today to open our eyes to the actual real threats that we face. And I think that it's frankly questions and framings like that that has caused the American public to lose all trust in the mainstream media, I'm sorry to say, for good reason.
You didn't say that you condemn white supremacy, though.
I'm not.
Oh my God. You see, like, hey, you didn't say the talking points. Ma'am, he said in the beginning, he answered your question. He said, of course, I condemn any type of racial discrimination, any extreme form of racial discrimination of any kind. Right? So that's including white supremacy. I don't understand what's wrong with these people, man. This is the problem with the media. They love pushing narratives that literally tries to divide the country. When in reality, the problem with this country is the mainstream liberal media. Is the mainstream liberal media and, of course, the establishment and the globalists and, all these people that are in cahoots with each other. But I don't understand. You didn't condemn white supremacy. Man, he did. He did. But you're just so dense that you don't understand what he's saying. You want him to use the liberal talking points. And that, I can't stand these people. They're so disingenuous, man. Like, they are never on our side. I don't understand how people just keep watching outlets like CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News. Sometimes they be talking about some nonsense on there. Right. So, I mean, Vivek answered it so perfect. Look at his face right there. He's like, what are you talking about? This is so frustrating because there's real issues at hand. Real issues at hand, like the economy, like the border, like crime, like the lack of education or adequate education, especially in black communities. Like, that's the real problem here. But you want to talk about white supremacists. I mean, I live in Texas. I'm supposed to be in the most racist state in this country. I've never ran into a white supremacist in my life. I've never had a white person in my way. I've never had a white person trying to stop me from doing what I need to do or doing what I want to do. Ever. I don't understand what these people are talking about. Right? Even because, in the lenses of the so-called race crusaders and woke social justice warriors, since my skin color is black, I'm supposed to be a victim. But I've never been a victim of anything except my own decisions and actions or lack thereof. So these people are horrible. Horrible. This country, like I said, man, is more united than what the media pushes, man. We are all the same. We're all actually fighting the same common enemy. It's not black versus white, gay versus straight, Asian versus black, white, whatever demographics that you want to use. It's not. It's literally the establishment versus the common people. It is the versus the have-not, the haves versus the have-nots. Right? It's the corporations versus regular folks. That's the problem. Everybody is literally trying to survive out here, bro. I don't understand what y'all problem. Y'all worried about the wrong thing. That white man is not worried about you. He got his own family and kids and own problems that he's trying to take care of. Same problems that you might have of your own. He's not worried about what you got going on, especially because of your skin color. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people, man? Let's keep going.
So I'm not going to recite some catechism for you. I'm against vicious racial discrimination in this
Period.
country. So I'm not pledging allegiance to your new religion of modern wokeism, which absolutely fits the test. I'm not going to bend the knee to your religion. I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to bend the knee to mine, and I'm not going to bend the knee to yours.
And what's
But
crazy is they never ask these questions to a Democrat. They never ask these questions to a black liberal or a white liberal. Never. Never. It's always a Republican. It's always a white Republican, or supposedly Vivek Ramaswamy is a white supremacist because he's the black face of white supremacists or whatever, the color face, whatever you want to use, right? They never asked the Democrats this. They never asked Hakeem Jeffries or Joe Biden or anybody. Joe Biden is a white supremacist himself. He done told you multiple times that he's racist, and y'all just ignore that shit. It's really crazy, absolutely nonsensical.
condemn vicious racial discrimination? Yes, I do. Am I going to play your silly game of gotcha? No, I'm not. And frankly, this is why people have lost trust. And I know you're going to go print the headline tomorrow. I already know this. We already know how your game works. Vivek Ramaswamy refuses to condemn white supremacy because you asked a stupid question. The reality is, I condemn vicious racial discrimination in this country, but the kind of vicious and systematic racial discrimination we see today is discrimination on the basis of race in a very different direction. You want to know what the best way is to end discrimination on the basis of race? Stop discriminating on the basis of race.
Period.
Do that, and we're going to move this country forward. And I don't care whether you're black or white or brown or anything in between. That's how we're going to unite this country. You people have been responsible for dividing this country to a breaking point, creating a projection of national division. I meet people from the south side of Chicago to meetings like this one of every shade of melanin, multiple, from man to woman, doesn't make a difference, who are hungry for reviving unity in this country.
Facts.
And you, with your catechism that you try to get to politicians to whatever fake headline you're going to print on the basis of this conversation tomorrow, that's what's dividing this country to a breaking point. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Look people in the eye and tell them what you've actually failed to tell them for the last 5 years. Own the accountability for your own failures as the media. That's how we rebuild trust in this country. And until then, I don't have a lot of patience to play the games.
Facts. Facts. Oh my God, this guy is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I don't understand how these people try to get a gotcha moment from Vivek Ramaswamy. He's going to demolish you every time. Do they not pay attention to previous interviews? Have you not seen the town halls? Have you not seen the debates? You're not going to catch this guy in a gotcha moment. I don't think I've seen a clip of somebody getting Vivek Ramaswamy to trip on his words or say something nonsensical. I have yet to see that. It's not going to work. He is absolutely the smartest candidate I've ever seen in my lifetime. As long as I've been following politics, even comparing it to the candidates today, he's absolutely the smartest. He's running laps around all of them. All of them. All of them. Of course, we know he's not going to beat Trump in the polls, but we get that. We understand that. But when it comes down to just pure intellect, this guy right here is not to be played with, man. Y'all are messing with the wrong one. He's going to get you every time. And that was well said, perfectly said. I loved it. I loved every single minute of it. I'm tired of these mainstream liberal media outlets and propagandists trying to push all types of division within this country when the real problem is them themselves. They're trying to blame it on everything else so the attention is not put back on them. Y'all been lying for the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Spinning all types of falsehoods here, dividing the country in all types of nonsensical situations and creating divide where there isn't none. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are the problem. We're tired. We're sick and tired of it. Whether it be CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all of y'all are complicit in this nonsense that's going on in this country. Everybody's literally fighting the same issues right now. They're trying to feed their family. They're trying to pay their rent. They're trying to make as much money as possible because y'all done ruined this country economy. Y'all done ruined and made it unsafe. People trying to make sure that their kids are safe. Their schools are safe. Y'all left the border wide open. That's the issue that we're talking about here. That's the real issue that people are worried about. Not no white supremacists. What are you talking about, man? And if that's your worry, you're brainwashed. You're absolutely lost. If you live your day to day worrying about which white man is going to get in your way, you are... I have no respect for you. I absolutely have no respect for you whatsoever. I've never met anybody that I know that I've associated with that is a person of color that says that they weren't able to get to where they're supposed to because some white dude got in their way. Not one, not one, not one. And if you do watch my videos and you know me personally, and let me know. I want to know your personal story on how, and you need to be specific. I ain't trying to worry about how you got pulled over and you got a ticket because you was a black dude in a white neighborhood. No. I need to know the specifics. Don't be coming up with all these Jesse Smollett scenarios here to justify your victimhood. Y'all are crazy. The best quote, like I said, I've ever heard is how does it go? The demand for racism doesn't meet the supply, or the supply for racism doesn't meet the demand. Right. That's why you got to create these falsehood narratives and all these fake ass stories to justify your victimization of yourself. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. I love watching Vivek Ramaswamy demolish these propagandists. It's the best shit out right now. Anyway, like the video. Of course, hit the subscribe button for more content, and with the notification bell, of course, so you get reminded every time I bring a brand new video. See you on the next one, guys. Peace.